Hey everybody, welcome back to Door and Lock Tips. And I think you're going to love this video today. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of spending a lot of money on tooling that you really don't need. But first, I'm going to have a cup of coffee because this is going to be a great tutorial on the reality of how you can get into a deep hole spending money and wishing you didn't. You know, when you're in that office of the sales team down at like Annixter or CLK Supply or those places, you get yourself going and thinking, you know, I need some tools. And, you know, you got some extra money, so you say to yourself, I'm going to get something I've always wanted. I want a punch that I can control the way all the letters and all the numbers look on a key, because, you know, it's important to me as a locksmith. I know it must be important to you. So, you know, you're down there and the next thing you know, you've spent maybe $3,000 on something you wish you wouldn't have. Only when you find out when you have it in your hands. So here, I'm going to save you. This is going to be a tip. I'm going to save you from making the mistake I made. So let's look at a couple of these items. And you know, honestly, they probably are good tools. I've used them. I've punched thousands of keys with this particular tool. It's from ILCO. It's just expensive and it hurts when you use it. Who wants to hurt? I mean, personally, I don't want to hurt when I'm using a tool, but this one hurts. And I'll explain why. So you know, for what, 100 years, all we ever used was punches. Punches and a nice little portable, you know, hard surface, right? Long, heavy surface. And this is no exception. You can get this from Amazon. And you know, I suggest it. Keep punching with a hammer and some regular, you know, punches, numbers. And this particular brand, HBC, is super exceptional. I love it. The lettering and all the hardened numbers on the ends of these things really stays intact. So I suggest that. But the problem with this is, and you're going to find out, there's no case for this stuff. So you need a bench case, and you need to just take whatever punches you had in that cheap case for 30 bucks, and you need to replace them with these good ones from HPC. But back to the ILCO thing. So I bought this, and I thought, man, this is really great, right? And it was $600 at the time. I mean, that's a lot of dough for a little teeny punch, right? And it probably weighs, I don't know, 15 pounds. At the most, 15 pounds. It's solid cast metal, which is nice, right? And the color's right. Blue, looks sharp. You'd think, in the catalog, you'd think, man, this is a beautiful tool. But really, it's so hard to work with. You have this little teeny wheel, which for the most part, you know, if it was modified, if it had a handle out front, you could turn the handle, not here, turning this. And the numbers, you can buy these wheels, by the way, in different sizes of numbers and lettering. These are teeny. And boy, you hit this too hard and you wipe these numbers out. And these things aren't cheap. This wheel is expensive. I paid $600 for this unit, and I just checked CLK. I mean, just now. And it's over 900 bucks. Youch. So, you know, this is a good thing, but if you hit with more than a rubber mallet, there's a little plastic top on here and it will shatter. So there's some drawbacks to it, right? ILCO gave us a try though. And you know, they produced it. You have to slide this in different slots to get your key. I've got a key mounted in here right now. And you can see the key is mounted. And the deal is, let me get this cap back on. The deal is, these little handles on this unit, they hold the key in place. Just clip it in place. But you have to Loctite these bad boys. And by doing that, you really, this is a Yale key. So if you have another key that has a different head on it, you've changed your ability to be able to quick change keys in this thing. Let me get it back. It's a milled slot in here. There we go. So, you know, if you're Loctiting screws on a little teeny rig like this, you really need bigger handles. Handles. Bigger, not teeny weeny hurt handles. My fingers still hurt from just playing with this morning. So, you know, there's ILCO's idea. And then HPC jumped on the bandwagon. Now this thing, I'll just show you what's going on here. So you slide this sideways, and this is called Stamp Aligner. Okay, Stamp Aligner by ILCO. A great idea, but man, not well thought out. So I'm trying to save you some money, guys. We don't want to waste our hard-earned money, especially for punching keys. So you put a key. Let's just see if I got a key here. You put a key down here in this slot, and then you slide this little silver job you do over. And, oh, I'm doing it backwards. All right, you take the key like this, and then you line it up with these little slots, so to speak. You know, this is so not well thought out. And then you crank this thing down. I guess it would work. I punched some keys. It's kind of a joke. And then now I'm sliding this handle back over, and I can't even see the key anymore. And then you slide this over. See, it's got a number sequence, and it's got a little pop. You can feel the bearing in there. It pops into location, right? So at least you're kind of centered. And they gave you a little white dot. Oh, that's sweet of them. And then, so then you take your little HPC punch, which I think is great, right? And you stick it down in there, and then you whack the top of this thing. And that's nice. You hit it. But if you hit too hard, you know, this thing can't be mounted anywhere, and it'll bounce around. But if you want to waste, you know, $300 on an idea, and you really think, you know, maybe I don't have this all wound tight, which, you know, I might not. Maybe you can clamp this bad boy down somewhere. Maybe it is good for something. But I didn't use it very much. But I have it in my arsenal of I'm going to spend money at Annixter or whatever your supply house is. And there's a couple items here, right? And then you've got the old faithful anvil. I do love the anvil, especially this little baby. It's teeny. I got it from Amazon, and they have bigger anvils. You know, you can spend $1,000 on an anvil, but I think this is like $60 from Amazon. But I would personally not buy an anvil through the mail. It's just too heavy to ship. I think I paid I don't think I was part of Prime at the time. No, I wasn't. So I spent too much money to ship it, and, you know, but I have it, and I do love it. I use this thing in my truck all the time. So there's a couple little flavors of stuff, and, you know, remember, if you're going to buy this unit, hit it with a plastic mallet. Danger, Will Robbins. So you hit the top of this $900 tool, you'll break it. And don't smash it too hard, because the numbers come off. They just, I've got them kind of ruined on a few of them. You know, numbers you use all the time, like 1. So you don't want to be buying this. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the best tool in the world for doing this. And I've got a ILCO Engrave It Pro. That's a great tool. But here, this company right here, Number All, wonderful company. And if I would have seen this before I pulled the trigger on a $900 Engrave It Pro, which we're going to have some videos on. I wish that Engrave It Pro was $900. No, it was over $9,000. 1,000. And all the little platters in the Engrave It Pro, they cost well over $200 a piece just to hold your keys. But it is a beautiful unit. It really is. I love the Engrave It Pro. The software is a little glitchy, but, you know, you get used to it. You can do a lot of things with that tool. Way more than these little punches. So let's get back to the video. But, you know, you be the judge. I'm going to show that Engrave It Pro in detail. But look at this tool. It's called, it's a number press, right? You pull the handle, no hammer. You don't hammer. It has this little red, red handle there. You turn that to change the numbers or letters that are going to be stamped on the key. Great idea. They've been around for over 100 years, this company, and this model is a Model 40B. Highly suggest this company. And they make little jigs for keys to go underneath this. That's an additional like $200. But this is over $2,000, but it's well worth every penny. I seen another locksmith. He has 3 of these bad boys, and they're pneumatic. So he just pushes his foot down on a little foot pedal, and the air punches this bad boy. But you know, this is perfect for the truck or your shop. Great tool. I look at it. I've spent so much money on this stuff. I refuse to spend any more money on number punches. But there it is. Save yourself all this grief and buy the good one. So Number All, go to their website, sign up for their newsletter, get their catalog, by the way. I highly suggest it. Then you can look through the catalog, and they're very helpful down there. And then you can make your decision, like I wished I would have. No one tells you this down at like Annixter or CLK Supply or UHS Hardware. They don't tell you that there's some great products out there if you just search the web. So there's my tip for the day. Keep searching for good stuff. Please drop a line down there in the comment section. Tell me what you think of this video. Hit the like, smash it if you will. Tell all your friends and ring the bell, and I'll have more great videos about things like this that you really shouldn't spend all your hard-earned money on. But if you want to, go right ahead. Thanks again. We'll see you around.